Basically, Barca and Madrid signed players for two reasons. The first reason is for the sporting reason, and the second one is for the economic reason. But you see, their approach to it is different. Alright? Barcelona majorly signs player for the sporting reason. Alright, they sign players for both reasons, but the sporting reason supersedes the economic reason. They sign players because they want to win. You understand? Alright, but Real Madrid signed player for both the sporting reason and the economic reason. However, the economic reason is very, very much important, and that is why when you look at when they signed Ronaldo, they signed Ronaldo basically to compete with Barcelona. However, if you look at when they bought Ronaldo, that's the most important thing. Okay, if you're a forex trader like me, you will know that there's a perfect time for buying a particular currency pair, and that is what Real Madrid does. Real Madrid do their own with so much precision. Alright, I am a Barcelona fan. I'm not here to hype anybody to bring Madrid up. I'm not a Madrid star. Okay, people that know me as a Barcelona fan. But we have to speak the truth. Okay, sometimes Real Madrid's approach to the game, to business, is very, 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 exceptional. Okay, so they buy players as at when the PRU is at the sky level, at the ceiling level, and that's very important. You can just tell us that Real Madrid, love splashing cash on players. They do that because basically the money that the player will generate for them will be far, far much more than the money they invested. Okay, like for example, they bought Ronaldo in 2009 at a world record as at that time of 80 million pounds. As at that time, they bought a player for 80 million pounds, world record. But if you watch when Ronaldo left in 2018 after spending 9 years, Ronaldo have already generated large amount of income for the club. They've already generated a large amount of income for the club, won a lot of trophies, won as much as 4 UEFA Champions League trophies, and based on the deals signed, the revenue he generated for them was massive, and yet they were able to sell the player for 100 million pounds to Juventus. Just imagine what kind of business is that. One thing about Real Madrid is that they know when to buy and they know when to sell. Alright, they buy when you are at your peak and your PR is very high, and when they want to sell you, they sell you not when they have the ability to know when a player will fade away. You understand? They will not sell you when you have already faded or when you have started fading away. Your PR level is still high, but they kind of have a knack of knowing when a player's PR will fall, is about falling, then they sell the player and cash in on you. And that's very, very, very fantastic. So they buy, don't get me wrong, they buy player for the sporting reason. They buy player because the player is good. The player can give them what they want on the field. But apart from that aspect, they buy player more. It's more about the economic reason. You understand? All right. Take for example now Mbappe. They just bought Mbappe. They just signed Mbappe. And Madrid, don't get me wrong, Madrid was ready to pay up to 200 million pounds for Mbappe as at that time. Okay, about 1 season or 2 seasons ago, they're ready to pay up to 200 million pounds for Mbappe, and that's because they know that Mbappe will eventually generate more income than that 200 million pounds. Now they are signing him. Why do you think Mbappe is needed in Madrid? Is it for the sporting reason? When Real Madrid just lifted the La Liga and they just lifted the Champions League, they don't need Mbappe, and that's the point. They don't need Mbappe. They just need him they're just buying him for the sporting reason because Mbappe's PR is very high at this point in time, and definitely from the sales of his shirts, from the other aspects, from sponsorship deals that they are going to sign, based on the fact that they bought Mbappe, I am telling you the fact, it will be very, very massive. They're going to generate far more than 200 million pounds from him. So they're not really buying him for the sporting reasons. You understand? Barcelona is glued to a culture which I like. I like the fact that they are loyal and all that. But then sometimes you just have to make the hard decisions. You just have to make the difficult decisions. We bought Suarez as at the time when he's up there, he's performing there. You understand? But when we were supposed to sell him, as at when Suarez was sold, we weren't supposed to sell him as at that point in time. We were supposed to have sold Suarez for a long time. But funny enough, the difficult decision were made when he was at that high level. And there's a tendency when a player stays in a club and he performs very well for a club, and then you are required to reward the player. You are required to reward the player in salary increase and everything. And that's the point. When we're required to have sold Suarez, we didn't sell him. And that's the point. We sold him at a time when his how do I put it? When his PR was low. When he has fallen and his value has increased. No matter what, the value of a player should not be greater than what the club can collect. So you being able to identify that this is the best time to sell this player, this is the best time to buy, and this is the best time to sell. It is not just for the sporting reason, but if you buy for the economic reason, it's going to reflect in your sporting department. And that's the point. All right. Barcelona need to learn about this. Barcelona needs to learn about this. Thank you very much.